What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Buchanan Motorsports, and today, as you can see behind me, we have our 2020 Ford F-350. We're getting ready for an upcoming trip. We got a couple cool things I want to walk you through, something we ain't really done a whole lot of on the channel before. If you haven't checked out our series, or excuse me, not our series, our video on this truck right here and how we have it set up for towing, check that one out. I'll try to link it in the description. We appreciate everybody watching. Let's get into this. All right, guys, like I said, here's our 2020 Ford F-350. Crew cab, long wheelbase, four-wheel drive. Today we're gonna drop some stuff over here off the storage, but we're gonna fix and drag this 2018 Sandpiper out. We're gonna get ready to hook it up, take it, get it cleaned up. Right now she is filthy. Every time I've been taking this thing out lately, it has been pouring rain. So we're getting ready to go on another little trip. I don't like to roll down the road dirty. So we're gonna get ready to clean this thing up, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. What I'm also going to do is walk you through a couple little things that I do to make sure that, like I said, we're safe on the road. We're not putting other people in danger, and we'll go from there. So one of the big things we're going to do, and I'm probably going to do it off camera since it's a little tight in here, and it's repetitive. Everybody should know how to do this probably, is take our tire pressures. I do use a tire pressure monitoring system. I'll try to get that out hopefully here in a few minutes, and we'll show you how that works. It's actually been a pretty good setup. Saved me one time going through San Antonio, tearing up my trailer. So anyway, all right, guys. One of the first and foremost things that I do to make sure we have a successful trip is go through, and I've already done this off camera, is making sure that our pins are all secured in the hole. Everything's tight. Everything is inspected. Looks good. This is a Husky 26 kW. Let's see if I can get that. See if I can get the specs on that. Hopefully you can read that. Anyway, it's a 26,000 pound fifth wheel hitch that I've had for about 5 years now, and it has served us really well. Oh, there's your little shot of it right there. So we, like I said, off camera, we inspected that. Again, just checking your jaws up in here. We got this thing preloaded, ready to go. Get this thing pulled out. It's got a little ear, a notch that you can secure that out, so our jaw is open and is ready to receive the pin. All right, the next thing we're going to come over here and do is get our tongue lock off. Is this overkill? It is, but it's just a habit. Keep myself in. We'll get our tongue lock off, our Lippert pin box there. We won't need it for a little while, so I'm just going to set it over here to the side. Again, we're going to go around and double check our tire pressure, check our tire condition. These tires are, I guess they're right about a year old now. They're the Carlisle GSL 16. They're a 235 85 16, and they are a really nice upgrade. I had a couple issues with the Goodyear Endurance on this particular side right here. Actually, both of them went down on me within about 50 miles, and they were good tires. Like I said, I keep them in good shape, not sun-baked, all that kind of stuff. Keep the tire pressures up on them. And so we swapped out to some higher load range tires, and getting ready to do that. So next thing we'll do, again, just check our battery, make sure we're good. We're good on that. I'll get back there, and we got the trailer plugged in the rear. So we'll get back over there. We'll unplug that. We'll get our truck prepped. Get our cord out. Make sure that's ready to go, so that when we back up underneath it, that we don't have to get up in there and try to dig for our cord. The thing I'll usually have to do is, my tailgate is long enough that if I leave it down, I'll usually come in contact with this. So what I'll do is back most of the way under it, get out, hook it up, hook my lights up, close the tailgate all the way, finish hooking up, and get everything locked in, and then we'll secure everything down with the pins and our breakaway, so that we're ready to roll down the road. So let me get to undoing a couple of these things, the power, and get ready to back under this thing. All right, guys, here we go. I got my camera up on my third brake light. I'm using it to kind of guide me. I'm also watching my mirrors, have yourself a spotter just for safety reasons if you can. We're just going to ease it on in here. Don't get in a rush. This is where you can cause yourself a lot of big problems. So right now is where I'm going to get out. I'm going to go ahead and come up here, get ready to close my tailgate. I'm going to go ahead and hook my lights up. All right, guys, I went ahead and backed up underneath it. As you've seen, we're not coupled up yet, but this is far enough to get my tailgate closed so I don't hit the trailer. I went ahead and hooked up my lights while I'm in here before it gets too tight, and my bed is, my tailgate's up, and I go ahead and throw my breakaway up over the bed rail. That way I can reach it easier whenever I go to do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and close the tailgate. Again, this is just to avoid running into here. You can see we're lined up. We're actually gonna take it up just a little bit. There we go, I like that better. And we're gonna get ready to back up underneath this thing. All right, just like that, we're coupled up. So what you should be seeing on this particular hitch is that those bolt holes right there, or those holes line up. And if they line up, then you're able to put your pin in here. What I normally do is I wait for just a second. Again, I'll make sure I give it a good little shove there. I go ahead and get my breakaway. Lash over. I like this particular one. I know this probably ain't the best way to do it, but I've never, over 5 years of towing this thing, have ever had this thing come loose. And it is the right length. It will break away like it's supposed to. But I go ahead and loop it like that. I'll let the weight down on the truck, which we'll do right now. Man, this trailer is filthy. I went ahead and painted me some markers right there on the ground. Another little thing I just did, literally. This is the first time I've brought this trailer out of this particular storage. We just got it not long ago. All right, guys, so we went ahead and got the landing gear picked up with the weight of the trailer on the truck now, on the pin. I went ahead and got this this particular safety pin secured. It's easier for me to step over the bed rail whenever I got full weight on the truck before I put air in the airbags. So next thing we're gonna do, like I said, verify there's nothing connected to the trailer. There's nothing in our way as far as our turning radius, our access. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a spotter on the passenger side. That's one big thing I've learned over the years, is make sure that you have a spotter, because what happens is if you come out here and you try to turn, if you got a long trailer that's got a lot of tail swing, you got a lot of real estate past the back axles back here. If you got a significant distance between the back axle and the rear of this trailer, or the rear of a trailer, excuse me, hopefully it ain't too dark for you, I'm sorry. But you're gonna have a lot of tail swing, and that tail swing can get you in some trouble. If you cut it too sharp coming out of here, you're gonna wipe out the side of the trailer and the side of the storage. So something to be mindful about. I always have a spotter on the passenger side, watching this particular area right here whenever I go to swing out. So we'll put her in place, and we'll get this trailer drug out, and we'll go over some final checks, get our tire pressure monitoring system up and running, and get ready to take this thing and get it cleaned up. All right, guys, here we go. She's got the camera. I've got the audio going here. So sorry about the music. Hopefully that don't come across and give me no issues, but I'm coming straight out as far as I can. Excuse me. With a trailer like this that's got a lot of tail swing, I'm gonna bring it out as straight as I possibly can until the last minute. In this particular case, I can pretty much clear the storage. I may have to back up just a little bit, cut it a little bit more, and then we'll continue to swing it on out. So at this point, we're free and clear. I've just got to get this thing turned around. This is a kind of a tight little area for me to do this. So I'll get it turned around, and we'll get it straightened back up, get ready to go through our final checks. Yeah, this is a tight little storage place. Try to turn a 40-foot trailer around. but it's plenty of area. It's just not necessarily the most fun thing to do sometimes. All right, so let's get pulled over here to the side. That way we give plenty of access to anybody else that needs to get in and out of here. And then I'll walk you through some other stuff. All right, guys, real quick, we're doing a, I got my park lights on and I turn my flashers on. That's gonna simulate my blinkers and my stop lights. I'm just checking all my lighting all the way around. Actually looks like, let's see here. Can't tell if it's just dirty or that light actually may be out. So we may need to adjust that. That's a new development. Coming around, checking everything out. Landing gear's completely up. All the other lights are working. Truck lights are working. We're gonna put some air in the airbags here in a few minutes. Again, checking our connections. Our pins are in. Lights are hooked up, obviously, if they're working right now. We went ahead and checked the air pressure on all the tires. We did that off camera. We'll jump inside here in a minute in the truck and we'll get the tire pressure monitoring system hooked up, linked up. So everything right now, looking like we're good to go. So let me get the storage closed back up, secured, and then we'll jump on the inside of the truck here. All right, guys, we're inside the truck now. We got our truck in tow haul. Always the first thing I do. Next thing I'll do is come over here and we'll get our exhaust brake or engine brake. We'll turn it on. We got it on. And then right now we're still waiting for our tire pressure monitoring system to go through its checks and sync up with the last tire over there. That would be the left rear. Once it does that, we'll get on the road and we'll get this thing closer to being cleaned up. All right, the other thing I want to do real quick before we take off also is activate my Airlift wireless Air 1, I think is the name or the model number of it. Anyway, it's the wireless one. I have that on auxiliary 6 because that's a 40 amp circuit, and it comes with this little remote control right here. We're using the Firestone 5000 airbags, but I use the Airlift air pump because it's got the wireless feature, and I like it. So it also does an app on the phone. We'll maybe pull that up in a minute. But it has presets. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. We usually go to start off at preset 3. You'll see I usually have that about 58 pounds. I kind of need to reset that. I've been running more like 60, 62, but it gives us a good baseline. Keeps some of the kind of mushiness out of the rear end. So that you can do that on the fly. That's one thing I love about it. Again, we'll maybe try to pull up that app here in just a second. I'll show you how that works. But it literally has 3 presets. Usually preset 1 is 5 pounds for me. That's what the recommended minimum. 2 is 20 for like light trailers, and actually look like that's what I had it on anyway. So I've been rolling around with 20. But and then 3 is what I have for my big trailer. So. All right, guys, this is where we're going to be getting our trailer washed up today. The old Blue Beacon here in Baytown, Texas. I've been here several times. Looks like they have absolutely nobody in line, which I am extremely thankful for, because if you get here during the middle of the week, you will have a pretty lengthy wait, hour plus sometimes. So we'll get around here. We'll get this trailer pulled around back. We'll line it up, tell them what we're looking for. And hopefully we'll try to get a little bit of video if they'll let us while they're doing what they're doing. And they'll kick us back out the door and get us back on the road. on it. We got a Rain-X coating we're going to apply to it, and they're also going to do tire shine. And it was $51.50 for everything. So they do that, they scrub it down, again, tire shine, apply that Rain-X coating, all that good stuff. All right, guys, just like that, they got us washed up. We're sitting over here to the side. Unfortunately, they don't dry it or nothing like that. That'd be a huge undertaking just to dry it, but they got us cleaned up, Rain-X'd up. You can see all the water running off of it still. They will get to the tire shine here in just a second. So, see, they're doing the big rig right now. This thing surely needed a bath, so. All right, unfortunately, my daughter said there was a Buc-ee's close, and it's probably gonna cost, hey, I told her we're going, she's buying. So it's probably gonna cost her a little bit of money for a change. But we're fixing to pull into the one of the greatest places on earth, according to a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie, I like Buc-ee's, so it's just not an easy place to get in and out with a 40-foot trailer. But here we go. All right, there we are, all cleaned up. We're walking into the old Buc-ee's. I've been here a bazillion times, but I've never filmed here, so I'm not gonna do a whole lot in here, but we will film a little bit. See what the old gas price is right now. There it is. Baytown, Texas. This place ain't even that busy right now. Gotta get me a customary sweet tea. All right, well, somebody conveniently forgot their debit card and still ended up with a basket full of items. So $20 later, Dad for the win. So we're fixing to get out of this parking lot, hopefully, get through this traffic jam. That's the worst part about Buc-ee's, guys, is the sheer amount of people that come in and out of here. The traffic is not necessarily the best, and especially when you're hauling, like I said, a 40-foot trailer. So we'll get out of here. We'll get back on the road and get back over to the storage, get this thing put back up, and then I get my truck cleaned up because it got destroyed whenever I went through there. All right, guys, we're back at the storage. Successful trip. Trailer's looking a lot better. It ain't perfect, but it's looking good. We're gonna get this unpinned, unhitched. We're getting the landing gear down right now. Got one of them down, get the other side down. We're within our marks that I put on the ground before we left. So looking good there. That's what you want to hear. You want to have an unsuccessful, or excuse me, a successful, uneventful trip. An unsuccessful trip wouldn't be very good, would it? So we'll finish getting these landing gear down. Pretty much right there where we want it to be. So the one thing I wanted to show you here, guys, of course somebody locked the door of my truck. Wonder who that could have been. Locked the door of the truck, huh? No. Yeah. No. Unlock it. All right, this is what I kind of want to show you. This is why I had to do the tailgate thing. Like I said, it wants to hit a little bit, especially if you're at a little bit of an angle. But what I want to kind of pinpoint for you is unhitching here. We're going to extend the landing gear until we start to see the pin box separate from the hitch, and you'll see a little bit of a gap form right there. You see the weight come off the hitch, and that's it. That's all you're going to do. And then from there, we'll undo our connection. What I also do here is I go ahead and I just put it to the side. That way I can't catch it on anything and rip my plug. You hear the bags making noise, maybe. Maybe you can hear that, maybe you can't. So there shouldn't be any weight on that whatsoever. We're unhitched. All right, we're undone, we're uncoupled. Let's get the trailer buttoned up here, get everything rolled back up, get the truck out of here, and lock everything up. So what I'm gonna do here is I usually go ahead and throw my camera on just so I can watch. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I'll just watch everything. Get everything out of the way there. Pull up enough so I can get everything closed up. So there you go. The cord came off without issue. That's done and over with. We'll sneak back around here. We'll get this trailer plugged back in. That way our refrigerator and all that stuff is still running. And then we'll call this one a wrap probably. I was gonna do some more stuff over here today, but this is probably all I'm gonna get done. So let me finish this up. All right guys, another thing I do also, I roll my cords up, stick them in the tongue up here to get them out of the floor. Let me grab my key real quick. We'll get the tongue lock put back on it. Everything's buttoned up, plug back in, and we're out of here. All right guys, she's all locked up. Let's get these doors closed. Just a couple things I want to mention real quick before we wrap this one up completely is that these are just some things that I do to go through my routine. Build yourself a routine if you're doing this kind of stuff, and that way you can stick to it. Just go through a systematic approach, whatever works for you. Just figure out what works for you as long as you hit all the main points. You know, just verifying everything before you actually take off, then like I said, you'll give yourself a better chance of success and overall safety of you and everybody else on the road. So this is what's worked for me over in the past. I'm sure I missed something along the way, so I'm sure somebody will have something to say. But that's gonna do it for us today, guys. We appreciate everybody watching. Like I said, this is a little bit different video than what we've been doing here in the past. We'll probably do some more of this along the way if we get a good response off of it. It's part of what we do. Like I say, we're into a little bit of everything over here, not just truck stuff. We do a lot of camping and RVing and stuff like that. So we really enjoy that kind of stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. We appreciate you guys. Like, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.